Friends, hello. It is the weekend. Let's dig into Nvidia here. Let's get right down to the point. I don't want to waste your time. So, the first thing to know here, this is kind of the second leg of the video I made with Nvidia already, and kind of answering some questions that I got on that video. Bullet points here of what we probably will see and expect here is that here's the Skippy, and I do want to say this before I say what I'm about to say. I am very bullish on Nvidia here. I'm going to say maybe some negative things that people may not like, but in the long term, I am highly bullish on Nvidia. So the stock market obviously has taken a huge dump here, and this is across the board. So if you're looking at your portfolio here and thinking you've done something wrong, don't think that. Everyone is in the red. It is rough out there right now. So we're seeing massive sell-off in the market, and this could continue into this week. Now, this week in the market, Monday alone, we're having a lot of big companies report earnings. Even Palantir will be reporting quarterlies here, their second quarterlies, and we expect them to be good. Now, with that, Nvidia has taken a huge dump here, and this is kind of the thing. I said this even last month, and I got some flack from it. We expected Nvidia to sell off here. We expected a lot of things to sell off here because with this huge burst in AI that we saw here just a month ago, now we're seeing massive sell-off. But we're seeing massive sell-off too because of what has happened as of last week. Bullet points, job report came out, terrible. Inflation, terrible. Rates, still not cut. We're in a presidential election here right now where no one knows who the president is going to be, and that's scaring the market. So we have all these things, just in a big bowl mixed together, and it's just leaving uncertainty in the market. But with that too, it leaves prime opportunity for you as an investor to really take this moment and just catapult yourself into the next go here with the market that will more than likely start up here in the next few months with a bull run in the market. Now, what you need to know, if you don't know, most of you may know, but Nancy just dropped another $1.5 million in Nvidia back probably about a week ago. This was announced. So she did this just 2 weeks ago, and now it's public. Now, this is the third big stake that Nancy has put in Nvidia. And when Nancy makes a move, you better watch what's going to happen here. I think at this point, if Nancy put $1 million into even Blockbuster stock, obviously I'm making a joke here, but it would get people's attention where they would go, okay, she knows something that we don't know, so we're going to follow that situation. So the question is, will Nvidia fall more? I think this is where a lot of people are starting to come together with Nvidia here, is that, in the long term, we know Nvidia is going to be just fine. If you're here wondering, do you think Nvidia is going to recover? Do you think it's ever going to go back to $150, $200? Friends, I think it's just a matter of time before Nvidia is back to $500. If you realize and look into what what it's got coming here, we have the next generation of their chip that's about to come out, the most powerful chip that's ever been around in human history, and it's theirs. It's theirs, no one else's. Second of all, Nvidia is working on this next big thing that's going to take over the stock market. I believe this 100% to my core. That is this humanoid robotics that companies are making. Tesla's making them, Nvidia, there's other startup companies that are getting into this, but this is literally, we are coming into the world of iRobot, and I do mean the Will Smith movie. This is the genesis of the start of it right here, and Nvidia is getting into that. So you had Nvidia who already has this chip, but now they're making these robots. This is going to catapult them the next 10 years into ungodly money and completely make them have a God chart here, probably the next 5 years, where it's just going to be non-stop. So when people go, they've ran out of room, there's no more meat left on the bone, I would highly be careful listening to that person. Do not listen to anybody that's telling you these kind of things. This right now with this sell-off, this is the kind of things you want. Don't look at this right now and go like, man, I've made a wrong move. I shouldn't have put my money in Nvidia. Friends, this is where millionaires are made in the market. I wouldn't look at this as a get rich quick scheme. I wouldn't look at it like that. I would look at this as like, this is going to be a long-term play for me, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, how much ever capital I can place in this right now. Even looking at Nvidia as a retirement, say you're in your 30s, 40s, and you want to start building up, wealth into something. Nvidia, perfect opportunity right here. Now, will Nvidia fall to let's say $90, $80. There's people even out here saying that Nvidia is going to go back down to $60, $70. Are these numbers possible? These numbers, I think 90 is definitely possible. 80, potentially. Now, we saw this a few years back with Tesla. When Tesla had their last big split, in a little history about Tesla here, Tesla had a back-to-back stock split. They had one to begin with, and just like Nvidia here, and then the stock ran up again within 2 years because earnings were just out of control. This was still very much an EV spotlight, where EV was controlling the market to a point. And and then the last split that Tesla had, since then, Tesla has been trying to find new numbers to match what they've done in the past. Now, obviously, Tesla is going down a whole different path right now. In next 2 years, 3 years, Tesla probably won't even be recognized as a car company at that point. That's literally what Tesla's doing right now. They're completely changing their whole company, which is fantastic. Now, with that, Nvidia is not quite doing that. But what I want to say about that situation with Tesla is that we saw Tesla numbers the first time, the second time they had that stock split, the stock went to crap. It went to crap. It went to hell in a handbag. But through that, Tesla shot back up. Now, Tesla is in a different position, I understand that. But with Nvidia here, this isn't unusual to see stocks that have really big momentum, have a stock split, and then have massive pullback. Now, Nvidia is in a particular situation because we're having massive pullback on top of a stock market drop right in the middle of all of this stuff that I said earlier piling up into a big ball of poo with the election, with the numbers, rates, all that. Uncertainty, investors being scared, people just having, too many emotions and selling out and not caring that they're losing money. This is what you're seeing right now. The market is trying to shake you out. Big Wall Street, big investors are trying to shake you out. Do not get scared. Look at these moments as 100% so much greener grass on the other side. This is why I've had people message me and be like, dude, do you think I should get in right now? What do you think it's still too expensive? Friends, in the long term, it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Now, obviously, I understand wanting to get in at the lowest spot. For Nvidia to fall to $80 would take another stage of the market to see sell-off. And right now, it's a little too soon for me to say something like that. I don't want to lie to you and make up something. But is that possible? Of course it's possible, because we are in a new area in the market with what's going to be happening here. So could Nvidia go to $80? Selfishly, I hope so. I hope Nvidia continues to bleed off, because here's what we know. Nvidia is going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. Look at this as opportunity. You should be hoping and praying that Nvidia continues to bleed off here. I hope it goes to 90. I hope it goes to 80. God Almighty, if it went to 70, friends, I might consider taking out a loan to put it in Nvidia, because the next leg of AI, the next leg of Nvidia that's going to run here the next 5 years is going to be something that we have not seen since the start and takeover of Apple, when it really took off, 5-10 years ago, when we were seeing crazy numbers in Apple. This is a new generation of investing that is about to take off here with AI, but Nvidia leading the market, leading the Trojan horse here of AI. So I don't want to lie to you. I am buying Nvidia at below $110, $100. I am definitely buying in. $90, I'm 100% buying in. $80, I am scraping up everything I can to continue to buy up Nvidia. I cannot see Nvidia going below 90, high 80s. It's possible depending on how bad the market gets here, but the market more than likely will start to find recovery here. But like I said, if the market continues to fall apart here, we've entered into something else. We've entered into a recession. That's what we found here. We've entered into a situation where the market is going, hey, we're resetting here. We are resetting 100%. But whenever we've seen these huge resets in the history of the stock market, they come with even bigger gains. That's what I'm trying to warn you. This is a warning. It's a warning that you should not be scared and look at what is coming here in the near future. Friends, I'm going to stop yapping here. I wish everyone the best of luck. Friends, listen, I'm just a common fellow, common person like any of you, and I want us all to cherish and have unbelievable wealth in the market. The stock market brings opportunity just for even the smallest investor, just the blue collar person, just to start putting their money in the market, putting their money in a blue chip stock, a penny stock, whatever it be, a large cap stock like Nvidia here, but change their lives slowly of what could be. And within 5 to 10 years, you could be living off investments. This is a very real situation and before you, depending how much capital you can put in Nvidia, putting a lot of these other stocks that have sold off. Friends, best of luck. I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.